There's two ways of knowing that we discuss in the world. The scientific way, which is seeing with our eyeballs, or researching and assuming that's what exists, if we were able to see it with our eyeballs. That's a whole other story. So seeing with our eyeballs, and the other is seeing with our mind's eye, our third eye, our intuition, our heart. And obviously science discusses only what is observable with the eyes, and spiritual life is more seeing things with your heart, with your mind, with your mind's eye, with your intuition. And this, I think you need both. You can't rely. Science, for example, for the most part, scientists don't believe in God. So right away they're saying, well, since there's no God, let's look at the world and measure it that way. Well, that introduces a bias into their research right off the bat, nullifying the research. They're saying God doesn't exist, so therefore, and they haven't proven God doesn't exist. Just as they say, you have to see what you see to make sure it exists. How do you prove love exists? You can't measure that. You can't scientifically measure that. So, looking at things that are definite and things that are indefinite, we're raised in a culture to be definite, to know what we know who we are, know what we believe in. And it never worked that way for me. I've always been uncertain as to who I am, what I believe, what I know. And what I know means if I sit out in the backyard and notice each day the sun is in a different place in the sky at the same time of day, something is different. If the sun, it's not mechanical like clockwork, in exactly the same place. Another thing about Western culture is we're treated as machines. If we can just continue in this mechanical, step-by-step fashion, we can put it on autopilot and let go of thinking and living, and life will take care of itself. And that's what's gotten us into all our troubles, environmental, social, economic. And if we observe life and participate in life and realize we are a part of this nature, inextricable, then we feel a greater connection. Our soul feels touched and warmed, and we'll avoid a lot of these problems that we're going through. And I think this is what's happening right now with the economy. We've been so out of sync with the environmental laws of nature, or the economical laws of nature, I mean to say, that we're going through an economical health crisis. Just as if you don't take care of your health, your physical health, you need Ayurveda to care for you. We need some sort of economic Ayurveda to adjust the economical outlooks. It's a whole other discussion. And the reason I bring all of this up is because one of the magazines I was reading on the airplane, this is Scientific American, with Einstein on the cover. It says, according to quantum mechanics, one can arrange a pair of particles so that they are precisely 2 feet apart, and yet neither particle on its own has a definite position. Well, I don't pretend to understand quantum mechanics at all, but I get a sense in my mind that when you see things observably with your eyes and yet they have no definite position, it seems to me to speak exactly to the true reality of life. That what we see with our eyes is not exactly reality. What we see with our mind, with our heart, with our intuition, we need to put more emphasis on that. And I think perhaps quantum mechanics is starting to prove that there's a different way of living, that our culture needs to transform and look at emotion, look at heart, look at intuition, look at nature, and know things from experience, from direct experience, and not eyeball experience. Another way of knowing is intuition, and many people have, oh, this is going to happen, I feel this is going to happen. And other people have visions, direct visions, in their sleep, in their dreams. This is going to happen. Choose your path, change your path. So I'd like you to be able to consider that if you're feeling more indecisive, if you live more intuitively, more emotionally, even science is starting to prove that you're doing the right thing. And the current health and economic conditions are showing that the ways that supposedly the masses were told to live don't hold up over the long term. So stick with your intuition, stick with your gut, and aim for the best healthy, natural life for you, for your financial situation, for your peace of mind. And I wish you peace, paradise, enjoy.